Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the TI-84 calculator in order to find cumulative areas for chapter 5.1. Okay, well let's look at example 2. In this example we're asked to find the cumulative area that corresponds to a z-score of negative 0.24. So I have this whiteboard app here. Let's just draw that out. So I know that we're in the standard normal. So if I draw the mean is going to be right in the center of my curve here, and the mean is 0. And we have a standard deviation of 1, so above the one standard deviation above the mean is 1, and then 1 standard deviation below the mean, this is going to be -1. So below the mean we have -1, and put that here, and above the mean we have +1. Okay, so that means we want to find the area that corresponds to a z-score of -0.24. So -0.24 is going to be right about here. So I'm going to draw that line, and I'm going to label that -0.24. And what I'm trying to find is this area in red. So cumulative area means the area to the left of the z-score. So I'm trying to find all this area that is to the left of -0.24. Okay, so my next step is going to be to use my TI-84 calculator. So I'm going to go over to my calculator, and I need to get to normal CDF. So I press the second and then vars, and then I'm going to arrow down until I see normal CDF. And then I'm going to press enter. The first thing I need to input is the lower bound. Well, if I look at the curve that I've shaded, my curve goes all the way to -infinity. We don't have a -infinity button on our calculator. Instead, we use an artificial negative infinity, which is -99999. The upper bound of the area that I've shaded is this -0.24. So for the upper bound, I'm going to type in negative. Remember to use the negative sign, not the minus sign, but the negative sign here. -0.24. And then enter. The mean is 0. We're in the standard normal, so the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. So I'm going to leave those alone, arrow down to paste, and press enter. And then press enter one more time, and you can see the area is approximately 0.405, which is what I get on my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, let's do another example. We want to find the area under the standard normal curve to the right of z equals 1.06. Okay, so now we already have our curve. We're trying to find what this area is in blue. So we're going to go back over to our TI-84 calculator, press second and then vars to get to normal CDF. We're going to arrow down to normal CDF and press enter. This time, the lower bound of the area that I've shaded is 1.06. The upper bound, well, this curve goes on for infinity. So, and this time to positive infinity. But we don't have a positive infinity button on our calculator. We use an artificial positive infinity, which is 99999, 5 nines. The mean is still 0. The standard deviation is 1. So we leave those alone, arrow down to paste, and hit enter. Hit enter one more time, and then we see the area is 0.14457 approximately. And if I go back over to look at the solution on my slide, that's exactly what I will get here. Let's look at one more example. In this example 3, we're trying to find the area under the standard normal curve between z equals negative 1.5 and z equals 1.25. So I'm going to go back over to my TI-84 calculator. I'm going to go second and then vars, arrow down to normal CDF, and press enter. This time the lower bound is negative 1.5, so I'm going to type in negative 1.5. Arrow down to the upper. My upper bound of the area that I have shaded in blue is 1.25. So I'm going to enter 1.25 into my calculator. I'm going to arrow down. The mean is still 0. The standard deviation is still 1 because we're still in the standard normal. Arrow down one more time to paste and hit enter. Hit enter one more time and you can see the area is 0.8275 approximately, which is the same solution I get on my slide here. All right, well, that's all for the examples for chapter 5.1.